Alright, no intro. Just get into the meat of this new Jet Set Radio game. I've waited 2 fucking decades for a new entry, alright? But BRC came out. I kinda stopped caring, because it's basically my dream sequel. But I don't want Sega to kill my childhood chasing the next Fortnite. So we're gonna quickly go over what we know and what I want from this entry. First off, we need to go back to 2021. Sega started to mention in financial reports 2 things that may or may not be related. It's really vague, but they're usually grouped together, right? First thing is a super game. I don't know what the fuck a super game is, but if you dig through all the articles and the corporate bullshit, you'll notice that they want to use known IPs to make a live service slopper of a game. In the likes of GTA Online, Destiny, and Fortnite. I'm sorry if I keep saying Fortnite, by the way. It's just the current state of the corporate investor hell that we're somehow still into, despite shit like Suicide Squad and Concords. Now, the other thing that's mentioned is reviving dormant IPs, which was quickly followed with old Sega people returning the company, most notably Ryuta, the art designer of Jet Set Radio. From that, we can safely assume that pre-development began around 2021. Now, when I say pre-development, I mean setting up the general scope, budget, employees, and general direction of the project. This leads us into the first major leak, which I'm not gonna show. You've probably seen it though. If you're interested in Jet, you've probably seen it. All right. But it's essentially an art style sheet and a proof of concept animation. The animation shows some original designs and assets and reuses one of the idol dances from Jet Set Radio Future. To me, this implies that the title had shifted into proper development stages by that point. Wait, what? Their entire development schedule was leaked? What the fuck do you mean 2 games? What do you mean? So what the fuck are you doing? You're really making it hard for me to speculate about your game when you just slay your shit constantly. Come on, man. Keep it together, alright? Now, obviously, not too long after that, we saw the Power Surge trailer, which showed like 5 seconds of YouTube compressed footage of... not much. But from what we saw, the areas were based off the original entry of the series, which matches previous rumors that they were working on a remake. This rumor was accompanied with another one claiming the sequel was also planned. That sounds like some kind of things that some executive would say to get investors to believe they're gonna franchise this, rather than them actually having done any real work on a sequel. Except the fucking development timeline leaked, and now I'm not gonna say what I saw, but you know. This also kinda explains why Jet Set Radio was mentioned in both the Super Game live service thing and the IP revival stuff. Now, I haven't really gone into the wishlist aspect of the video, but I guess it's gonna be a wish list for allegedly both the games, alright? But mostly the remake, alright? I'm gonna mention the sequel once in a while, alright? Which is probably more of a live service slopper sequel thing. I don't fucking know. Look. We'll see what happens, alright? I'm not very hopeful about that second one. But maybe. Now, we did get a few slides later on about how the game would have followers as a mechanic. Sega, what the fuck are you doing? Sega, what the fuck? What do you mean? What? Sega, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me, motherfucker. You better not fuck. I swear to God, alright? If the main mechanic of the game is getting fucking followers, look, I'm gonna follow you into your fucking office. I'm gonna... We also gotta look at Gum and Combo. Alright? Gum looks finally green again. And Combo doesn't have blue hair. Instead, he's pimping a purple hat. Which I'm not really sure I like it. It's kind of mismatching in the rest of the outfit, but I'm not sure. Maybe in gameplay it looks good. I remember like the Jet Set Radio Future 3D renders looked really fucking weird outside of the game. Like when you actually play the game, you're like, oh no, this works, this looks good. Now by that point, I was very cautiously optimistic. And then it leaked again. Sega, listen to me, you motherfuckers. Get your shit together. Again, I can't show anything, despite the fact that it's just on fucking YouTube and everyone talked about it in their video. I'm not doing that, alright? I'm built different, alright? I'm not going to jail, okay? So I'll be a little vague. We can probably just find it, alright? The leak showed some gameplay. Actual gameplay. I know it's extremely early footage. I mean, if you look at the timeline, it's not. It's been in development much longer than the first two games, but you know, here's a few things that bothered me. Okay, the main one is instead of making points, you get likes. What do you mean? Like, what? Yeah, what? Who the fuck is responsible? Whatever. There's also some weird like wolf-link platforming. I don't really know how to describe it, but instead of just finding a way to like platform onto a building using your skates, you just kind of like grab it onto a lamppost and jump onto a rooftop. We also have like a map layout, but I've yet to see anything that resembles Kogane Show in the sewers. It's mostly just generic city roads. Personally, I think they should have started by crafting location that you want to skate onto and then making it fit into the world. But it seems like they took the opposite approach of making a generic city and just slapping rails onto it. But it is just early. It's very early. I'm just a fucking paranoid, okay? I'm paranoid. Alright? Alright? The game came out, I was 2 years old, alright? I grabbed that controller in my life. Sega, please. Sega, please. So paranoid. Anyway, speaking of paranoia and selling out to investors, this video was sponsored by Dipshit VPN. Use tracking code FREECOOKIES to give away all your data and geolocation. Talk to a great team of untrained, overworked employees through our customer service offerings, such as gift card scam, and free therapy sessions.
Do you honestly think you're fucking funny? Seriously. You're a fucking ugly little cunt, mate, and if I ever see you, I'm gonna fucking slit your fucking face wide open, yeah? You're a fucking angry little fucking spastic. Right, I'll tell you what, you fat little...
This offer comes with a 20% discount on our beautiful merchandise, and if you redeem in the next 24 hours, we'll give you an extra 20 gacha pulls to redeem our new 5-star characters. That's right, it's the Chevrolet SSR. Thanks again to Dipshit VPN for sponsoring this channel. Now back to the video. Now there's a lot of remakes out there. Some good ones, some awful ones, and sometimes they also ignore the reason why people even ask for a remake in the first place. This is what I'm looking for with this game. Crash Team Racing. That's right. Now I know it's a completely different genre, but hear me out. It's a one-to-one remake of the story and levels, but the game is fully revamped with a fitting art style. It's got all the characters and tons of content from the sequels, and the game was filled with new content and fan service. It's like the ultimate remake. If you ignore the loading times, that is, those, oh my, I cannot defend that shit. Holy. What I'm trying to get at is that the game was so smoothly refined that it appealed to more than just the fans of the original. And it kept the original charm and personality. I don't need to turn this 2-hour game into like a 40-hour game. Alright? Maybe like 15-hour long like Future. I want a solid campaign, tons of unlockables. It's not that deep. The game shouldn't be stiff like the original, but should still be challenging like the original. I want to get absolutely bum-fucked by some jetpacks and flamethrowers, alright?
I ate so much fucking shit on the 4th of July. I said I wouldn't, but then I did, and I totally fucked up my diet, and now I'm paying for it by working out in 100 fucking degree weather. I hate my fucking life. I hate myself so much. Why the fuck did I do that?
Alright, now we're getting the good stuff. I have no idea how open this open world is. All we've seen yet mostly just look like simplified versions of Shibuya-cho. Personally, I hope every district stands out from each other. I hope each area has its own vibe, music and NPC. The rivals should also match the vibe of the area they represent. We already know the noise tanks are in the game. I better not see them chilling at the fucking park in broad daylight, alright? Get off my lawn. Now let's just go through all of the games and like some other similar games to give some context as to why I think an open world is really risky, but why I think it could also potentially work if they execute it well. Now, the original game had 3 main districts composed of 4 smaller maps stitched together and 2 small American levels from later releases. Shibuya is a daytime neighborhood. It's colorful, but it's also, in my opinion, the least interesting level. That shit gets like a 6.5 out of 10, alright, on the epic scale. That shit gets like a 6.5 out of 10. Fuck. That shit gets like a 6.5 out of 10 on the radical scale, alright? It's not rad enough. If it wasn't for that stupid staircase, though, it would be like a 7. Bantan is a nightlife area interconnected through a train system. That's just like a 7.5. It's better. I like it. Kogane, though, that's my personal favorite. Alright? It's like a rundown neighborhood interconnected through a bunch of fucking hidden tunnels that goes through the sewers. Alright? It's fucking cool as shit. Alright? You find these fucking holes for the first time, you're like, holy shit, what the fuck? I can go through there? It's like, I give it like an 8 to like an 8.5, right? It's really cool. I like it. Then with Grind City, you have 6 skate park, and it's like another 8 out of 10, you know what I mean? It's pretty good, I like it. Now we move on to Jet Set Radio Future, my personal favorite. Now this one has the same 3 major districts, but instead of having seamless transition, each area is completely separate, but also quite bigger. Like, it could probably fit the entire original map on Skyscraper District alone. This game is also semi-open world instead of mission-based, which means that you are able to free roam and collect items and do challenges at your own pace, which led to much more dense maps filled with hidden areas. I don't know how Sega expected me to find as a child. Here you put Chua Street, by the way. Editor. Editor, me put Chua Street here. Put Chua Street. Alright, look at this shit. Come over here. Alright, no problem. And you're expected to like jump over here. Where there's even cans guiding you. You're like, oh, that's the path. I go there. But some dickhead at fucking Sega, right? Like, yo, what if what if we didn't do that? What if, oh my god. I'm very good at this game, guys. I played for 25 years of my life. I'm 26, by the way. What if, by the way, this graffiti is not here when you come here for the first time, so you don't even like notice it. It's just like a blank wall there. This is because it's at the end of the game. And there's usually a graffiti soul here, which I've already gotten. I think there's another one of these actually. Yeah, right there. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. I don't even know if there's one here. It's just, I don't know, man. Thank you, Sega. Very cool. Very cool. Bye-bye. I like to imagine one of these streets led to like one of the multiplayer levels. Like Second Expo or something. And they just put in multiplayer instead because they already had enough levels. And there was no justifiable reason to put another one. Anyway. The garage was also, look, the garage is not, it's not a garage, man. What? It's some kind of like weirdo hub area. It's the only area that actually lets you see the character stats when switching characters. Who the fuck designed this? Whatever. This place always felt like a weird test room that they just made playable with how fucked up it looks. Like, it's like the opposite of liminal. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but like, it's so like busy looking and weird. Now, you might think that this leads to a whopping 15 fucking maps, but no. I don't know what kind of amphetamine they were taking to make this game in a year and a fucking half. But this shit has another 5 multiplayer only maps and 2 boss maps. Alright, you got the stupid train and like this weirdo psychedelic final boss map, whatever, alright? You can't access those in free roam for some reason. If you try to go back to the train station, like, fuck you, there's nothing there. Go away. But what's really crazy is how none of these maps really look anything alike, except maybe like 2 maps. But the structures of these maps are like so different that it's generally hard to criticize them for that. There's a bus station, an outdoor shopping district, staircase hail, fucked up sewers that only exist to skill check the player, the green level, this fucking dragon, and fucking dinosaurs, alright? Dragon was not, we need dinosaurs, alright? The children yearn for the dinosaurs. Alright, now let's move over to the false god, the fake reincarnation of Jet Set Christ, alright? Hover. Revolt of gamers. Now, I've not been shy over the years about how I don't like this game. I've copiumed myself into 100% the game on my Switch. Can't believe I had to re-download this fucking game for this video. I don't want to go online. Is there even anyone online? Is there even anyone online on this game? Come on, man. Bro, what? Connection failed. Did they shut down the servers? Able to connect to the internet. I'm on. Hello? Oh, they hella shut down the servers. That's okay. Sure, man. They shut down the servers of this game. Who would have guessed? How do you grind again? Oh, okay, that's how you make point. Oh my god. Oh my god, stop lagging. Oh, there's the cops. I don't remember how to deal with these guys. There should be like an icon. Why is this game running like ass? Oh, what the fuck? I swear to god, this game did not run like that before. There's no fucking way. Oh, this game looks worse than I remember. What the fuck? Oh yeah, there's hacking in this game. Gotta get those skill points. Is it character? Oh my god, what the fuck is this? I don't know why the game is running like ass. Yeah, how do I charge again? Yeah, I'm charging! I'm charging! I'm charging so hard! Okay. Oh my god! Okay, check this out. Check this out. Ooh. Dude, oh my god, how do you rewind? Oh yeah. Good enough. Okay, how do you leave this place? I have enough footage. That's the core room. That's the best room in the fucking entire place. But this game has a very awful but interesting map. First off, just like the other games, there's 3 districts. But they're not like small interconnected maps. They're 3 disgustingly massive maps. Now, the reason why these maps are fucking atrocious is because this game was built without character movement in mind. See, when you make a platformer or a skating game, you want the map to be built with the character's jump length and height in mind. You can't just place platforms randomly and expect it to work. Now Hover has a weirdo fucking skill tree sticker system bullshit that makes your character jump higher or run faster. This means that at the beginning of the game, your character fucking sucks, and then you can't get around, you can't do shit, you fucking sucks, and then at the end of the game, you just break the game in half. You can just jump the entire map. Why? Who did that? Man. I can't even do that. Why can't I not charge? Shit, am I cooked? God damn it. The main issue with this movement being built like this is that you have to leap of faith almost everything and hope for the best, because you don't know what your character can move. It was different 5 minutes ago. You just changed it. Now you jump higher, and you have this fucking meter that like you can charge to jump even higher, and if you fucking use it too much, then it goes low and you're shit again. It's so inconsistent. It's so frustrating. I cannot stress enough how frustrating this game becomes. Now, because it's fucking stupid to build a game like this, the devs decided to add a rewind button, because making a good game would have required too much fucking effort for these people. Now, the reason I bring up this game is because, again, the map is fucking huge, and it's almost a full open world. I do like how they use colors and how alive some of the areas are in the game. My main issue, though, is that the game could use a bit more variety aesthetically. The two main city districts generally have the same exact vibe. Then you have the sewers. They're kind of just long hallways with like a few interesting platforming sections. There's also just this fuckshit hole in the admin district. I don't know why this hole exists. This hole fucking sucks. You just fall in it, and then if you don't bounce out of it, you have to platform your way for 5 minutes. It's genuinely disgusting level design. It's not fun. Like, if you want to design a vertical level, you should make sure that the vertical movement is fun in your game, like a Gravity Rush or maybe like a Mario 64. Hover is like at its best when you're going fast and grinding walls, like not going up. That's not how that game is. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, alright? So just to put some emphasis, I don't have time to like go like super in depth with this, but like just kind of a little showcase. This is a video by ARD. They don't really, it's a great video, but like it's more like a showcase than like how any of this stuff works. But in this game, there's a bunch of test levels that essentially show you like how platforms are designed essentially depending on like the character's abilities, right? So they'll design things so that they're like satisfying and like well paced to make like good feeling gameplay, right? This is something that Hover cannot do because it doesn't have fixed platforming in it. Despite being mostly a platformer, it just doesn't have platforming that makes sense because it changes over time. So the level design never feels good to play, right? Because you'll have platforms that are too high like this, and you'll have platforms that are too low, and it's just like not fun or good. Like, it's just, it doesn't really work, right? And I'm sure some people are fine with it. I'm just saying, like, Hover just does not feel good to play to me. So, you know, check out this video if you feel like it, you know, just like kind of like see more of this. This is just like a very small part. It's like 30 minutes long. Now, before moving on, I'm gonna give some honorable mention, right? You got Tony Hawk and Hypergrind, which are good examples of how skating in tightly made levels work well. American Wasteland tried the OG Jet Set Radio formula of interconnecting the levels, and it was like really fucking pointless. You just had like stupid hallways in between each level. It was basically like a fake. It was a playable loading screen is what it was. Then you got Butterflies 1, 2, 3. I had really small open worlds. The games are really whatever though, but I do respect what they're going for. I'm zooming. That sounded like Love Shockers from Jet Set Radio. What? Hey, are we bug testing? Yo, we QA testing now. Holy shit. This is technically not an early access game. Oh, there's no... Oh, Programming 101. You didn't put a death plane under your level. You need to put a death plane under your level. Programming 101. Or like level design and whatever. There's no death plane. I can't respawn. I'm fucked. Now next, I want to bring up the Skate series, specifically Skate 3. That game had massive fucking level, and they're really good. The issue though is that Skate is so different as a game. I don't know if that would translate well into a Jet Set Radio. Maybe. But that's like one of my positive examples of a big open map that I think works well for a game like this. Then I'm gonna bring up Neon Tail because I've tried that game like 3 times. That game is so bad. That game runs at 3 FPS and looks like garbage. I've tried it. I keep going back to it, being like, no, it's gonna be good this time. I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna click. But no, it's just really bad. It makes hover look like Cyberpunk on ultra setting. It's like, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's very momentum based, which is never a good thing. People are like, no, I love momentum. It's fine if you like incorporate momentum, but like this game is like too momentum based. Look at this, you know. It just feels weird. And I keep dropping this game like less than 2 hours into it.
Dude, they are mining Bitcoin off your PC.
They are! No, if you look at like the resource, it's just not really using anything. It's barely trying actually, but I don't think that's really much of a problem because, you know, if the game was good, it would be good, but like, you know. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. That game had an open world, and it's fucking empty. It sucks. Fuck that game. Now, finally, let's talk about the real resurrection of Jet Set Christ. All right, the real god. All right, not the false god. Bum Rush Cyberpunk. All right, that game is so fucking good. But one of my main issues with was the way the maps are designed. I want to start with something simple. Just take a look at these areas in Jet Set Radio Future compared to similar areas in Bum Rush Cyberpunk. Look at this shit. I'm editing right now. Oh my god, it lags like every time I do anything on there. Fun. The next, the upcoming section, I just want to like kind of yap for a minute about it. I was definitely nitpicking because I have like a bias for Futures maps, but yeah, I'm editing the maps right now, and I know there's a section later, the section you're gonna watch, where I essentially make the point that Bum Rush Cyberpunk doesn't really have a lot of color variety, and I definitely think that I'm cherry picking because Future has a lot of maps that don't have a lot of colors, and I don't really mention that, but and I don't want to like rewrite or like remove the whole section because I do still think that colors is like something that I want in terms of like a wish list. If it was like a review for Bum Rush Cyberpunk, I would not leave that in, at least not to the same extent. I would just, you know, be like, hey, these areas kind of lack colors. But I do think that Future, you know, the sewers, some of these brown areas like Kibo and Rokaku has like a similar color palette. This green mall is very much like the green mall in Bum Rush. I would argue that Bum Rush Mall has more colors than this, actually, like way more. But like this is like a very, very small area, and it's just one of those situations where like there's so many maps and they're a lot smaller in Future, so like it feels unfair because like you'll have like a map like Matan, which isn't like not colorful, like it's got colors, but like it's such a huge fucking map that you end up feeling like there's not a lot of colors because there's just so much of that one color because it's such a huge fucking map. Like if the sewers in Future were like 5 times as big, I would be like, yo, where's the colors? What's happening? But it's like two very small levels. Well, they're not that small, but you get what I'm saying. Like when you have 20 maps and every map kind of has its own vibe to it, when there's like less colors happening, it is like it's less noticeable. So I just want to mention that, like, just it's really not as bad as I'm making it out to be, like, at all. Just it's really just Brink Terminal. I'm gonna be honest, Brink Terminal is so fucking green, it makes me sick. And it's interesting because I think I made that point in the video. In the trailers, it wasn't green, it was like brown, like what's it called again? Versum Hail. But you know, that would make two colors brown, two maps brown like Versum Hail, so I get why they would change it to like something a little different. I just think the green is it's sickening. Even though it's like my favorite map in the game, that's the thing. It's like my favorite map in terms of design. I cannot stand looking at it. It's putrid. And if every single map is like, if it's an open world and every map is part of the same extended map, I fear that every map is just kind of gonna blend together because it's gonna be one map instead of like a bunch of like smaller maps. Like that's my biggest fear of the open world, is just a lack of variety and just everything kind of like blending together and just looking the same. Now, I love the style of the game, but every area just feels really monochromatic. I don't even know the name of the maps by title. I just call them Green Place, Blue City, Brown Area. Now, there are areas that really stand out. And I vividly remember the initial trailer showcasing a more neutral-looking version of the terminal than the green place we got instead. Also, I think too many of these maps are just too fucking big. You sure had smaller but more varied maps. Here we have a fucking mall that takes 15 minutes to go through because it's just a big fucking circle with no alternate path or shortcuts. You have like 3 cool areas, but they're all interconnected with these fucking hallways. They're so boring. There's nothing in them. Like, I've been in a lot of malls, but I've never seen one that looks like this. Meanwhile, everyone's complaining about the Pyramid, which is like one of the coolest fucking levels in the game, but because it's the skill check of the game, people don't give enough credit for how cool it is and how satisfying it is to master. Also, Matin is the embodiment of too big. It's like, just it's too fucking big. It's another big fucking circle. I know someone's gonna say, hey, Jet Stereo Future had a bunch of circle maps too, but like it took less than 2 minutes to go through. This level's a goddamn nightmare. By the way, this level single-handedly made me draw this map because the in-game map and UI were so fucking awful when the game dropped. Thankfully they improved it since. What I will praise about the maps in this game though is how packed with collectibles and hidden graffiti spots these maps are. There's little hidden areas all over the map. While some of them are fucking stupid to find, they're extremely fun to explore the first time around, and it's one of the reasons why modded maps haven't really clicked with me as much as the main maps. But I still absolutely love this fucking community. Like, they're still uploading mods on Game Banana every single fucking day. Like, it just never ends. Like, what the fuck is this game? It's like, there's 300 players a day. It's not Skyrim. It's not Skyrim. Yeah, here we are. There's so much. There's... Stop it. Don't stop it. Keep going, but like, you know, mod responsibly.
You know what? Heather, we're done.
We're not done. Daddy isn't done speaking. You will come back here! Daddy demands you to come back! Come back right here! Or Daddy's gonna get really angry!
You're so scary when you yell.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to do that to you, Pookie Bear. But it's just... Oh God. Sometimes you make Daddy so angry that...
I'm sorry, but you just scare me so...
Alright, this one's gonna get kind of tricky to talk about, pun intended. Making a tricking system that's fun is really challenging. Or is it? But it's also never been Jet Set Radio's priority. You can absolutely fucking suck at doing combos and still beat those games really easily. The original game is really fucking stiff to play, so you're really limited with your movements. Constantly lose speed grinding, half pipes are fucking horrendous. Wall riding doesn't even fucking work sometimes, and some of these areas are just not really well designed. You do have some cool features that are only in this game though, like grabbing cars and never mind. So how do you actually do points? Well, it's really simple. You have to find an infinite combo. Infinite combos are simply circular paths you can grind on too, to keep points going without losing your multiplier. Gain a multiplier by just keeping the combo long enough. Some maps are hella fucking brain dead to combo, like this area where you can just grind a fucking circle. Grind City is also really fucking basic. This skate park is just begging to be infinite combo, like, come on man. And you can also infinite grind square without touching the analog stick. Like, you just have to like jump at the right moment and it just works. There is an advanced technique though, which I always forget exists in the game. You can reverse jump off a rail to get some extra points. But it's really not necessary to learn, or like even get 100%. I just replayed the whole game on stream and I didn't do that once because I didn't even remember that was a fucking feature. I just grinded a little longer. Overall, I don't think Jet Set Radio has like the most fun combo system, but it's got like a satisfying learning curve and can be kind of challenging in some levels. Very basic, but does the job really well. Now in terms of doing high scores, Future fucking sucks. It's so bad. Wait, how better the controls and the level design is in Future compared to the first game? You can't just like infinite grind, that would be too easy and brain dead. Alright chat, I'm gonna make infinite combo, man. I'm making so much points, look at this. This is crazy, chat. Chat, I'm making so many points, look at this. I get 1,000 points. Oh my god, chat, I'm gonna get 3,000 points, that's crazy. Chat, is this crazy? Instead, what we have is like the most tedious system I've ever seen in the game. It would have been fine if it was only like a challenge thing, but because jet tech exists in the game, it, like, come on man, like come on man, come on man. Like, here's a video of me showing you how to make points in the future, okay? Alright big boy, you want to do some big points in the big game? Check this out, alright? Watch out for traffic, alright? You do a rail, alright? You press the trick button, it says 10 times, alright, makes 30 points. No, it does... I don't fucking know, alright? It does 10 points at a time or some bullshit. Alright? Who cares, alright? It's 10 times multiplier, alright? See this rail? Now this rail is 500. Alright, so you wanna hit the 500 rail, alright? This is the only rail in the entire level that does 500 points, alright? So you have to like go around the level, alright? You find the one rail, alright? This one's also times 10. Alright, there's just one random ass fucking rail in every level. Alright, and that rail is special because it does 500. And so, you know, you press Y every once in a while, alright? You get a times 16 if you press Y instead of X. Alright, and you just grind back and forth for 5 minutes, just pressing Y. It doesn't require any skill. You just jump on the rail, you press Y. You get some air combos in here for some double points. It's not really, it doesn't really change much, but you know, bonus. And as long as you find the one rail and just do tricks on it, you're gonna get jet. We're not even halfway through, by the way. It was just, yeah, it's fun. It's so fun. No big like combos or like chaining anything special. It's just get on the rail, press Y for 5 minutes. Should I even comment for 5 minutes? Like, is there any point? Like, I can just cut that out of the video. Like, this is... this is... Oh... You need to do this for every single level if you want to unlock every character, by the way. That's so cool. We're gonna get 1 million. Oh boy. Oh god, I pressed too fast. Oh my god, the lack of skill. I can't play this game for shit. I'm a fake gamer. Oh god, we got 1 million. I think 1 million is enough to win, by the way. Like, it's not even like that high that you require. Sorry, I'm not used to the timing of Y. But yeah, you can go faster if you press X. So is it even like more points? Because it's like twice as much, but like you need to press almost twice as slow. It's like unless your timing is impeccable. Fuck. It's like samey. I'm gaming. I'm so gaming right now. Holy shit, I'm so fucking bored. I need to beat my high score. I gotta press the Y button, the perfect frame. Oh my god. I got blocked on the porn star move. You know, I got called a dumbass by like the director of Bomber Cyberpunk for saying porn star from Jet Set Radio Future. And they were like, that's Jet Set Radio Future didn't invent that movie. I was like, yeah, that's what I know it from. And I felt really stupid. He didn't call me a dumbass, but he just, you know, he corrected me. Shout out to him, by the way. He's like such a cool guy. As someone who's never talked to him outside of that, he's such a cool guy. Also, I told him to put hot Japanese women in the game, and then he added Belle later. So I might be responsible. Who knows? Oh man, I didn't even beat my high score. Goddamn, fake gamer alert. Jesus. But yeah, you need to do this for every single fucking level. It's what a pain. What a fucking pain in the ass. That's right, every single level has like that one rail that you have to find with a big multiplier. And the way you make point is just to trick on that rail for 5 minutes straight mindlessly. It's fucking boring. But that's just the point system. Let's talk about the actual gameplay feel. I think it's fucking great. The only thing I don't like is how stiff jumping off a rail feels. Thankfully, this game is designed with that in mind, and you can get used to it. But going back to this game after playing BRC makes this very apparent. It's also the main reason why speedrunners always play with Gum, Love Shockers, or Immortals, because they have a little more air control than other characters.
Nice. Nice.
Oh god, I didn't talk about the stats. Alright, TLDR, Jet Set Radio stats are not explained in the game. Alright, they require like a fucking PhD to understand. Every character matches like a different playstyle. And I do think it's cool to read into, but it's like super minor. It's who cares? Now in future, they matter even less. The only stat that matters is handling for like the air control. And outside of that, unless you suck at managing health and cans, I guess then yeah, cans and health are like decent stats. But everything else is just nothing. Don't worry about it. Another thing that the game does is you can keep momentum on rails now by doing tricks at a pretty generous rhythm. I've seen people struggling with that rhythm. I don't know how. You just press once every like second. Like it's not hard. It's just tap 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 tap. Tap, like it's like if you struggle with it, I don't know what to tell you. It's just it's the easiest tricking system. Alright, come on man. Come on. You can also do air combos in a similar way. It also prevents fall damage. Pro tip. Prevents fall damage. Dashing has also been completely removed. Now your character just moves faster. But if you want to move even faster, you can use 10 cans to boost. Cool shit. You can also just destroy physics and grind vertically, which fucking rocks. Turning around is also just bound to an alternate trick button instead of like doing some nonsense with the analog stick. That's cool, I like that. You can also keep momentum by doing a shuffle, which has no uses since you can't really land into one like a manual or something. Unless you're just built different and can like frame perfect click it. I think you can do that, I don't remember. I think you can, but like just don't even worry about it, okay? Don't. So the TLDR is that Future feels great to play, but the combo system just shouldn't even be a feature in the game. Next up we have Hover. Hold the grind button until you have enough points. Alright, I don't think Tony Hawk's system makes a lot of sense for a game like Jet Set Radio, since that game has like super deep systems and bouncing and like all this crazy stuff that I struggle with. And it just wouldn't make Jet Set Radio anymore, you know what I mean? But there's a game out there that has the same tricking system, but they just make it fucking weird. That game is Go-Go Hypergrind. It's a pretty obscure GameCube game published by Atlas of all people. It's got a sexy furry babe in it, and giant fucking milkers that you can trick off of. Well, what's really interesting is the way it handles combos. Since the game is themed around cartoon characters, you had to hit a bunch of wacky hazards around the map and chain them to make huge combos. Oh, I think I need to be on fire for that. There we go. Holy shit. Look, I have forks up my ass. I'm on fire and I have forks up my ass. Save me. Shit. There we go. Yeah, boob strat, baby. Boob strat. I think I fucked up. I fucked up big time. The bootstrap couldn't save me. Now that leaves us with BRC, which arguably perfected the concept of doing combos in a skating game. It's super approachable for casuals, with how there's like no balance meter, it's just really simple. Doing manuals also just requires you to hold a button, no timing or anything, you just hold it, it just works. The challenge instead is just to hit every rail corner and like wall pipe and wall ride around the map without falling. This means that instead of like finding the cheese spot, you have to master the entire map to like truly maximize your numbers. This is great, it's addictive, until you get to those massive fucking map that would take you like half an hour to fully combo. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Which is like a cool challenge to do, but I do think there's like a fine balance between challenging and tedious here. Now back to Jet Set Radio 3 over there, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Since it's a reboot of the original game, I think they should return to basic and make a tricking system about simply doing a lot of tricks without hitting the ground. Now the way I would personally balance it is something that might surprise some people. What if doing graffitis mid-combo gave you a multiplier? I also think just making it so that hitting the same rail could like decrease your combo, forcing you to like not stick to one spot for easy numbers. This would work similarly to how Hypergrind and BRC do it, where you have to like move around the map without just mindlessly sticking to one spot, but also keep it basic enough so that like it's true to Jet Set Radio. Overall, I don't think making a good combo system should be that complicated to make, but it seems like a lot of games just make it either too fucking complicated or too basic.
Raiden, show me who did it. She kinda bad though.
That's right, you just got tricked into watching a fucking tier list. Alright, here we go, baby. White woman, S tier. 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 Piranha, S tier. Boogie, the worst redesign ever. Shit. Akumu, the boss of all time. D tier, I don't like this design. Face, A tier. Beat, B tier. Beat but cooler. A tier. B, whatever, man. Clutch, this guy, sure. Classic combo, A tier. Combo with the blue hair, C tier. Corn, my boy Corn. Small head cube, this dude, sure. This guy, the fucking furry, sure. Over there, Doom Rider, lol. Eclipse, hot woman, S tier. Fox, you're not supposed to like this guy, and it worked. This guy actually feels like, you know, a guy who he looks like a guy who actually does graffitis in real life. Like, he looks like someone I would have met in my life. Alright, he's like right here. Alright, Flesh Prince, sure. Frank, let me be frank. You're like C+. Futurism, inferior white woman. She's like B to C. I don't like her design. Garam without the fucking t-shirt and the tramp stamp. He's kind of low. I'm not gonna lie. This Garam though, that one's good. Goji, because he's got the Mario voice, he's like A+. Hayashi, S tier. Shit, I lost my thing. Immortals, sick fucking design. They could be better. They could be better characters. Who the? Oh yeah, policewoman, sure. White woman sweep. Professor K, come on, man. You know he's going up. Oh my god, he's going up. This dude, he's fun. He's got like a cool voice. I like him. I kind of fuck with the original Noise Tank the most in terms of design. NT3000, you sound like a cool, like, edgy fella. This guy's in the middle. This guy's cool. Onishima's like in the middle. A little bit. Yeah, something like that. Damn, it's Poison Jam. Damn, it's Poison Jam. Damn, it's a dog. He's kind of annoying, but I fuck with him. Rave has... She's not... I don't like her design too much. She's fine. He's like another beat. Just put him there. Rise is hot woman S tier, you know what I mean? Rollboy. Rollboy is cool. He's one up there. Shine. White woman sweep. Slate. Yes. Soda is slightly better. Soulless. I like his design. I can't stand him. But he's like funny. Tab's like in the middle. Trice, I like Trice as a character. I don't care about his design. It's kind of like bland. Put him with that Tab. Vinyl. She's alright. Yo-Yo, original Yo-Yo. The inferior Yo-Yo. You can go over here. The superior Yo-Yo. He's going like A+, man. Zero Beat. Cool design. Chris, probably the worst Family Guy character. I'm not gonna lie. Peter's pretty good. He's like an A. White woman sweep, obviously. And we got this guy, .exe or whatever. Then like here, I think that's a good list. What do you guys think? I think it's pretty good. I could have added like every other hover character, but they would all be like C and D, so I didn't bother. Yeah, I think it's good. And if I was to put Neon Tail character, it would be like an F, you know, with like maybe the main character in C, you know what I mean? Now I'm gonna say something that might sound like a cool feature to some people, but I personally don't want that in the game. I don't want item-based character customization. I want to spend like follower points to make Beat wear AirPods or give him like a pair of sandals with wheels on it. I want meticulously crafted skins that are like fully realized designs. I don't want like we done a bunch of bullshit, just figure it out yourself. I want proper fucking designs made by designers. Now, I'm not saying that like I think they're gonna go in that direction for a remake, but I do have fears that the other Jet Set Radio game that's multiplayer focused or whatever the fuck, I don't know what the fuck they're doing with that one, okay? I really don't. But I feel like it could lean into character creation for that one. And unless it's like Splatoon level quality, I'm just not interested in playing some chuckle fuck cosplaying as the Rudies. Like, look at this. But if you have bad taste and think that green gum is the inferior design compared to a sauceless gum over here with the fucking stupid white dress. I personally want the game to have retro outfits based on previous games. Each game had some amazing design and also had some baffling designs, both of them. But mostly Future, actually. I think they went like more quantity over quality, which I like, but I also hate. It's complicated, okay? Like, not every character can be cool, okay? So sometimes, you know, some characters are just kind of there. I'd also like to extend that to like region variants, and by variants I mean one design. Give me Japanese cube, please. Like I think American cube is cool, but like I like the flame shirt. Alright, just give me the flames, man. Just anyway. Speaking of regions, what do we do with the character names? Like, they keep changing their name. Like, is this Biss? Is this Mew or is this Rith? Like, just make up your fucking mind. Just stick to one. I'll take any of them. Just don't make a new one. Don't come up with new names. I will fucking cry, alright? Also, don't make day one DLCs for the game. Just don't do that. I'm giving them ideas right now. Don't do that, alright? Just I'm begging you. I'm begging you. If you have like a classic skin pack for $10, I'm gonna cry. I'm not asking you to make it more expensive. Just don't do that. Just keep it as like unlockables for doing challenges. Just don't, please, man. Please, come on, man. Just also bring back Nushi from Sewers. That was a really cool feature. Thank you. Oh, and before I forget, should we add Oli King characters? Because they're kind of like weirdly related. It could just be cameos. I don't particularly care about those characters. I think they don't look particularly interesting. But I do think it could be like cool fan service, I guess, for like the 2 fans this game has. Also, put Rapid 99 in the game. Thank you. No real reason. Just put her in the game. Just do it. Sing it, please. Just put her in the game.
Somebody stop me! I'm stuck in the track. How diggity lower.
Now, this segment is not something that's actually in any of those games. It's something from other games I think could be in this game and would be really cool because it would just make a lot of sense. I want you to think about stuff like Gang Warfare and like GTA San Andreas and like Vice City Stories, or like the territories in Need for Speed Carbon. I just want more of a rival gang presence. Like, I want them to fight back. Like, why can't I run into them and tag over their shit, but they can't do it onto us? Like, or the GGs really just built different? Like, these are supposed to be scary gang members, and they just, like, run in circles. Like, come on, man. Imagine if you could just, like, tag enemy gangs in the wild, and they had, like, unique moves they could use on you. Now, I don't want this game to be, like, a full action game, but I also think, like, Tagger Tag should not be a mission. It should just be, like, an open world thing you can do, because those missions were never good. I also think that having them graffiti over your stuff would prevent the game from feeling a little empty and pointless once you're done, since there would always be stuff to engage with, and this could work in tandem with getting combo multipliers from doing graffitis if they just, you know, came back as graffitiable. Is that a word? No, it's not a word. That's not a word. Jesus. TLDR, I just want the gangs to be a little more imposing and present. Now, I also think that if the other Jet Set Radio game is like multiplayer focused, like I'm theorizing, making the game focus on faction and like competing for territories in the open world could be a really cool concept. I don't know. I generally don't have much interest in a multiplayer live service Jet Set Radio game. I don't want it to happen, but I think it's like weirdly inevitable. We'll see. This video might age really poorly or really well. We don't know yet. I really want to rewatch this video once both games come out. I really do. It's gonna be a great time. I should even stream it, you know. I don't have much to say here. In the first game, you kind of just ran away from the police. You couldn't really fight back, outside of maybe like tagging Oshima on the back or like tagging helicopters. Then the Golden Rhinos just destroyed the fuck out of you halfway through the game. I think the pressure they added was great and made you strategize a little more by hitting big graffitis first near the ground and safely hit the ones that cop cool on the rage and the small ones. Now in future, they would lock you in with like 5 guys and you just have to bump into them and tag them. It wasn't good, but towards the end of the game, some of the maps would have like snipers and teddy bears trying to kill you, and that was pretty cool because it was just like in the open. Like, I want more of that. However, get off the screen. I'm not talking about your shitty stealth mechanic. Get at this. It's not a, bro. No one go away. Go away. Hover, get out of here. I want to see you, please. Now let's get to BRC, alright? This game has a wanted system. The more graffiti you hit, the more insane the cops get. And you can actually just fucking fight them, alright? You can do some air combos, good shit. The giant mechs are also really cool. I love them. Sometimes I just get the cops up just to fight these things. They're so fucking cool. Now, I don't think Jet Set Radio can really top that game, weirdly enough. And I think it's because I don't think Sega would like to encourage violence, like physical violence. I think they're just too cowards to do that. But you'll likely be able to spray them. Still, I think that will still be a feature. But no kicking in the face. Alright, no, just punch a cop in the face. I don't see that happening. I do think generally they should have a wanted system like Bum Rush with some like freaks that just like chase you around and stuff. I love Jet Set Radio's freaks. Alright, we need more freaks. Bum Rush Cyberpunks didn't have enough freaks. Alright, that's the one thing Jet Set Radio has that Bum Rush doesn't have. It has freaks. Alright, you got Goji is a fucking freak. DJ Professor K is a fucking maniac, alright? You got those fucking pyromaniacs chasing you around. Okay, like there's so many freaks. Okay, you got teddy bears. Like, what the fuck is this game? Sorry, I'm getting carried away. This is a weird request, but don't bring back Onishima. I would love to see Hayashi personally, with his katana. He had like a katana that he didn't use, but it's like in the game files. I would love to see Hayashi with his katana. I don't think they'll do that. I do think they'll make a new character instead, because of story reason. Alright, now let me start with what I personally would want to see as a story for this remake, and then I'll speculate about like what we actually know. First off, the way I would do it is Chapter 1 would most likely be pretty much the same. You play as the GGs, fight off some rival gangs. We know the noise tanks are in the game. I think it would be pretty nonsensical for Poison Jam to not be in the game. And I think the Love Shockers are a little less likely, but still very possible. I think it would be really cool actually if rival games weren't just like copy-pasted. Like you could have like different monster designs and like more badass character design as the leaders of like each gang. I think this could like open the door for like an all-female gang, for example, that's like composed of Love Shockers, Rapid 99, maybe like Cube as the leader. Then Chapter 2 would take place in Grind City, which would be a smaller map, obviously. We can play as Coin and Combo. You play as the city gets overrun by Golden Rhino, but since Goji is in Asia, it would make a lot of sense for someone else to be in charge in America. And this is where we would introduce you to Goji's son from the epilogue. The chapter would just end with Coin getting killed off screen and Combo fleeing to Tokyo, where Combo is recruited during Chapter 1. After that, Chapter 3 could generally just be the same as the original game. Goji gets the MacGuffin, fails miserably, but instead of just getting an ending cutscene explaining that Goji got replaced by his son as the new president of the company, the game could just continue, and the son is now the new villain of the game who manages to get the MacGuffin that his father failed to use. This could lead into him trying to get revenge, but I also think that the tone of the game should still be lighthearted and wacky. So like think of like how Hayashi was like a violent psychopath, but it was like played up in like a silly kind of way. That's kind of what I'm going for. I don't personally think that Jet Set Radio should give the GGs too much backstory like BRC did, where you ended up being forced to play as the main character constantly. But I do think the supporting characters can carry the story instead. Think about how like in Sonic, Sonic is just like a cool, hopeful guy helping people with that they, you know, those other characters have like really deep story, but you know, Sonic is just like, hey, cheer up, buddy. That's the kind of things I want to see Beat as. I don't want to see him like getting divorced or some nonsense like that, you know?
まあ今のゲームっていうのは、例えばすごいバックグラウンド、まあ、この人はどこから来て、どういう家族がいて、どういうことを考えてっていうキャラクター作りがまあ普通だと思うんですけど、その時にそのキャラクターを作る時に考えてたのが、もうちょっとそのなんですかね、アイコン的なものにしたいんだ。要するに、まあ、ちょっと人間じゃなくて記号としてのキャラクターっていうのをすごい考えてて、まあ、象徴というか。なので、まあ、特に、まあ、全部のキャラクターも好きだし、全部のステージもそれぞれ好きなんですけど、それぞれがそのバランスを、まあ、このキャラクターがいるからこのキャラクターがいてっていう、相互関係でキャラクターを作るなりステージのイメージを作ったので。
Now I've laid down my ideal story, let's actually look at what I think they're gonna do. So according to you know, stuff on the internet that I've seen, it seems like Goji and the vinyl were replaced by another guy called Rokaku. And the vinyl is replaced with a curse, like Black Book or something. Rokaku, the company, is implied to be some kind of like real estate agency in this game. So they're retconning this for like a third time. Sure, cool. If you hate landlords, you're probably gonna have a good time kicking their ass. They also mentioned that the book was left behind by a legendary team. Now, to me, this seems to imply some kind of weird sequel nonsense. Where like you are fighting like Rokaku's son after the original GG's defeated Goji. Like some kind of like rebuild of Evangelion type of shit, or like Zelda thing where like there's like a cycle going. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm probably like talking out of my ass. This probably makes no sense. But it could potentially be like that. I don't know. Okay, I'm just spitballing. Okay, also I need to talk about my my I need to talk about my paranoia. I'm fucking terrified by like the trendy influencer shit that they seem to be like leaning into. I don't know how far they want to go into this, but it does seem to be like a pretty major part of the game's philosophy, with like how much emphasize the likes and the followers and that shit is. They also keep talking about how they want to get like younger people to make this game, as if like the original game is dated and not cool anymore. I don't like that. The game also uses the term counterculture, but like the game seems to be trying really hard to be into pop culture, which is like the opposite of that. So it is worrying to me, because it's like kind of the soul of the game. BRC, on the other hand, tried to be really in touch with like hip-hop and street culture by incorporating like the 4 elements of hip-hop with sort of like the story and the gameplay. I don't see modern-day Sega doing anything like that though, but I do want to remain somewhat optimistic. And this does lead into the next topic. Please hire actual graffiti artists. I'm not expecting Getting Up's level of like graffiti artists praise and like cultural representation, but I don't want them to just get like a bunch of random artists to make like Overwatch sprays as graffitis because it's like trendy or something. Thanks.
What the fuck is this?
What? What?
What the fuck is this?
It's music.
It's music.
This
is garbage.
It's beautiful.
Alright, let's start with artists that have been like featured in the past. Hideki, very, very likely involved because he's in contact with Ryuta. Then we got Richard Jacques, which apparently this guy's British. I thought he was French because his name is like the most French fucking name ever. Anyway, he's made a ton of music for the series, by the way. Like people don't give him like as much credit as Hideki. But he's very much like he's made a lot of songs in the series. He's also expressed interest in coming back, but from what we know, he hasn't been contacted. So it is unlikely he doesn't work at Sega anymore. But I would still appreciate his inclusion. Now, Guitar Vader, they're hella dead as a band. I could definitely see Miki contributing to the soundtrack since she's worked with Hideki before on other songs. So I'm crossing my fingers for this one. Then we have all the Grand Royale artists from Future, which that's been believed to be the main reason why we never got a port of Future, by the way, because the label died before Future even came out. I don't know what the fucking legal nonsense this like implies, but it's kind of crazy to me. But because of that, nobody knows who has the rights to any of those songs. Personally, I don't believe any of these artists would be brought back, since Sega probably doesn't find them trendy enough anymore. But I would love to see maybe like Miho Hattori from Subumado, or like maybe a track from Bass, even though like their newer stuff isn't that good in my opinion. Now, in terms of new music, you can probably guess I don't want them to go with like something super mainstream. I think I think my worst nightmare would be inclusions in the vein of like something like Need for Speed Unbound. I don't want to. Jet Set Radio has like a very unique identity, and I don't want them to like replace it with some like trendy bullshit. If they're gonna include popular bands though, I think they should generally match the personality of the game. I've definitely seen a lot of people bring up like Gorillaz to Hideki in the past, and Miho actually was all over the first Gorillaz album, so this could be like a cool inclusion, kind of going full circle here. It's not really what I want here personally. I think I want some weird underground shit. Alright, like give me some like obscure Japanese band that make me go like, what the fuck is this garbage? I want to hear like some unhinged DJ transition from like an electro funk banger that transitions into like a fucking baby crying on auto-tune over an almond break. Okay, like that's the kind of vibe I'm going on here. Okay, like I just fucked my shit up. All right.
Burn your house down. Jet Set Radio.